Hey, so we have today a nervous dog, and this is a classic of where we are being stuck in the past of what it is, what our story was, and what it is today. The thing about psychology, the thing about dogs is that they give up their past relatively easy. Now, trauma is trauma. There are things that are going to shape us as we're moving through life. And this is for dogs, this is for horses, this is for people. It really doesn't matter. We're going to have significant events in our past. They're going to shape us and they're going to mold us into particular things that it is that we do. We like who we are and our needs that are required in order to be able to live life and live life at its full. And that's fine. What happens is that more often than not, we allow ourselves to be determined by these significant events and we are led by them rather than overcoming them or working through them and working with them. And so, for instance, with this dog here in particular, it has been through a lot of problems where it has where this dog is very, very shy, very, very nervous. These people here, these ladies here have rescued the dog, and they're telling you about the story of why it was rescued. It come over from Cyprus. It was flea riddled. It was tick riddled. It had two broken back legs. I mean, horrific. It is horrific. There's nothing short of that. If you continue to treat a dog in such a way, you're going to nurture that behavior. And it's the same with us as well, that if we continue to be in the victim's mentality, we're going to be nurturing that behavior. And it's not something that anybody means to do. I get that. It is more about tapping into the compassion and love that it is that we have for ourselves and have for others so that we can come out of that, so that we can move beyond that. And it's no longer defining us or determining who it is that we are. So they're going through, they're just telling you the story here. What I love most about this, it's not really going to show you much of the dog, is over here. So I wonder actually if I can show you a little bit. Even when these ladies are telling the story, I wonder.
Okay. She always.
Yeah, so even when these ladies, so you can see when she's telling the story about the dog's abandonment and the process that it went through, the ladies are really kind of cowering down as she's talking. She's really, and of course, like it's an emotional thing. There's not to take away from that. But I think that it does emphasize what it is that we're portraying energetically when we are communicating these things. So for instance, my dog, she's a rescue. She's twice rescued actually. So the people that I got her from, they had rescued her from a farm. She was tied up. She was nobody knows what happened, if she was just left abandoned or if she was beaten or if she was with other dogs or anything like that. When I rescued her, she was in a really small, like 2-meter pen out in the back garden. She didn't get walked. There was a little kid that was in the house. He was around 2, and she didn't, because she didn't get any exercise, she then put the little boy through a wall. And so then she kind of got labeled that she was a little too energetic, and they weren't willing to work with her to be able to get that out of her and to be able to work with who she actually is. Instead, she became a dog that wasn't good for anybody. And so when I went over and got her, she was 6 months old and she was hyperactive, huge amount of bundle of energy. And obviously at that age, you can do a lot of work with little puppies because they're just growing. They're still just building themselves up. And so the thing is that I couldn't paint her with that brush moving forward. I just had to take that information. And what I did is I had an extra neighbor who had 4 kids. I wasn't planning on having any kids at that point. I had 4 kids in a house a couple of doors down the road from me. And I used to go down there and I used to just work with her, with the kids. So she had to practice silence and quietness and calmness around these crazy kids. And it was really good. I was able to get her in there on a regular basis and we were able to do that. However, first of all, we did loads of like exercise, and also like physical exercise, going for walks. We also did a lot of swimming, and we also did a lot of mental stimulation. So just going through and, you know, like I would hide things around the house for her, and she had to do certain like treat training. I used dog training as a way to help her mental stimulation to calm her down, so that then she would have less energy for when we did the real training. So this is really beautiful here, what it is that they've done with this. Such a nervous dog, if they've taken something that it is that she really, really loves, and they've given her permission to fully embrace that. And I just wish that people would do that as well, that when they're tired, when they're stressed, when they're feeling, you know, not good in themselves, to really just give yourself permission to go ahead and do something that it is that you really enjoy. So, and this will lead to natural confidence. So for the sake of this dog here, what's going on is the dog really loves sniffing things out. She has some kind of beagle or hound in her anyway. And so they're allowing her to use her nose in whatever way that it is that she wants, just for the sheer curiosity of it, for the sheer pleasure, just to go and play with it. And this here is going to increase her natural confidence and happiness and playfulness and curiosity. And the same thing goes for us too. If you're not feeling great, if you just allow yourself a pocket of time to be able to embrace these things that it is that you already naturally enjoy, and really just allow yourself to delve into that, we're going to have much better owners. We're going to have better children. We're going to have better people, and all over, it's just going to be rewarding for us all. So super quick video for you today. I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions, let me know.